Hey, 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 everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. I am excited to be here this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are located. I am Yonda, the founder and CEO of Genius Room, and also the co founder for Intentory. And today I wanted to spend some time talking to you all about your data, white hat marketing, and tokenized real estate. So, welcome to the Genius Room Spotlight, where we're going to unpack inventory and exactly what is inventory and why you should be paying attention. So, I always like for people to get their notebook, their pads, their paper, and really prepare to take some notes, as this is a very quick bite-sized opportunity for you to learn more about inventory and what we've been doing. So, I'm going to be here just for a little bit because this is really for education first, so that you can engage into these three topics that are major forces that are reshaping wealth in 2026, which is your data, white hat marketing, and tokenized real estate. Now, whether you're a founder, a real estate investor, a builder, or a policymaker, you're in the right room. So, we're not here for hype. We're here for clarity, protection, and the opportunity in the biggest wealth transfer of our lifetime. So, I have a slideshow ready for you, and I hope that you can see it. So, I'm just going to keep going. So today's educational discovery is about data and the power in the AI era. So own and monetize your data. What is white hat marketing and that edge for sustainable authority building? The tokenized real estate, democratizing wealth access, and that whole flywheel approach between Genius Room and Inventory. So by the end of this live stream, you'll understand exactly how these three pieces fit together and how you can participate profitably and ethically. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow Inventory and also sign up for the wait list. In 2026, AI search engines and agents are trained on data, but most people give it away for free. Your data equals the narrative control, privacy, and monetization potential. So, like Genius Room, we capture high signal conversations. Inventory turns them into consented, pre verified, opt in data assets that you control and get paid for. That's important for you to know because the results is having that ethical data sovereignty plus fair compensation. I remember early on, I was saying to myself, wow, it would be really cool to have a community that own their own data. And this was like 4 years ago. I really didn't understand what I was saying, but I knew that data was important and it still is. So I want you to know your data isn't just personal, it's economic. So inventory flips the script. You decide what's shared, who sees it, and you earn when it's used. No more black box exploitation, if that makes sense to you, right? White hat marketing is all about ethical, sustainable, and authoritative. Most of you know that for the Genius Room Spotlights, I spend time with high net worth individuals from CEOs to founders to entrepreneurs to solopreneurs. And it's really building trust and building content. And inventory scales it into lasting SEO, AEO advantages. So there's benefits when you start looking at white hat. The benefits include, because it lasts, right? So the benefits include ethical SEO and AEO, AI search compliance, 30 plus day SEO moats, and institutional visibility. Now, you may be hearing some of these terms for the first time, but certainly it won't be your last time, and there's more to come. See, with white hat marketing, you might hear black hat marketing. What's important about that white hat marketing is that it's sustainable authority. Black hat is short term tricks that get penalized by AI search engines. White hat is ethical SEO and answer engine optimization. That is your AEO. That makes you the source of truth for your AI agents, investors, and buyers. As the Genius Room CEO, we capture you live, building trust, building that spotlight so that it's your story and people want to hear from you. Intuitory looks to scale with your live content, a 30-day SEO AEO mode that ranks forever. The outcome is institutional grade visibility without spam. Visually, looking at white hat and black hat, there's a significant difference. I wanted to make sure that you knew that white hat isn't just a nice to have. It's the only strategy that survives AI search. Intuitory was built exactly for this, turning 60 minutes of genius conversation into permanent digital equity. And this is what I call like the moments of truth. When you think about those moments of truth in any marketing, right? My daughter, she was driving. She was on the highway. It's busy. I can't get to her very quickly, and the car breaks down on the side of the highway. I'm nervous. I'm like it goes. I didn't renew my roadside assistance, right? So I'm thinking, how am I going to get my kids where they need to go and safely? So I tried not to panic and I had to think. And I'm like, oh, okay, they did send me a reminder to renew my roadside assistance. So let me go ahead and call them up. Let me go ahead and renew. Let me go ahead and use that roadside assistance. Now, it was, a little timely to we had to wait. However, in those moments of truth, if I didn't have that roadside assistance, I would have to find somebody. I don't know necessarily all of the rules of engagement with these companies, but these are zero moments of truth. When I call, I need somebody to be readily available to be able to service my emergency. And if they're not, I'm going to keep going through until I find somebody that can service that emergency. Right. So I think that's important to know in those moments of truth because there's first moments of truth, there's second moments of truth, and that's where it becomes continuous and you become reliable, whether you're a service provider or you're a requester. At that time, I was a requester. Okay. So why is it doing this? Of course, it would try to do this in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. So the next, I want to talk about tokenized real estate. Most of you know I spent years in real estate as a licensed agent. And over the last 4 years, I've even talked to you about tokenizing real world assets, specifically real estate, and what that looks like. As being a member of syndication and being very engaged in syndication, I think that's important. Here are three things I want you to take away from today, right? Which is traditional real estate is a liquid, high barriers, and slow. Tokenized real estate has fractional shares as digital tokens. It offers instant liquidity, global access, transparent rents, and appreciation. It's backed by real world assets, plus smart contracts. The 2026 Catalyst, the Genius Act, which most companies are making sure they're in compliance for right now. The Clarity Act, which is we're waiting on a date for the markup currently. And then you have the SEC and the CFTC harmony, which is incredible. So, real impact is this: anyone can own a piece of prime commercial, multifamily, or Baltimore, Maryland opportunities in real estate. I want you to think of this as the new income streams, passive income streams. Remember, you heard it here. So, real estate has always been a wealth builder. Tokenization plus blockchain just made it accessible to everyone while reducing fraud, waste, and abuse through transparency. The Genius Room plus the inventory flywheel. Here's how it works. Genius Room, we capture live expert conversations and trust signals. The second, inventory transforms into scalable SEO, AEO optimized assets. And three, it's the data that fuels the ethical AI building authority and monetization. This is what you call the flywheel synergy. It's one ecosystem and two powerful engines. Why not become both a requester and a service provider? So, in this ecosystem, you win by doing both. See, as a service provider, you share your expertise, whether it's real estate assets or consented data, it gets spotlighted, indexed, and fairly compensated. As a requester, you have access to pre verified leads, investor networks, tokenized real estate opportunities, and scaling services. And the results? There's a win win community where real people, real deals, and real pay meet global compliance. That's right, global compliance. This is where white hat marketing and data sovereignty is in action. You don't have to choose Genius Room plus inventory. We're both together and we're both going to provide value and request those opportunities you need. So, your next step is simple. That's the future we're building together. Genius Room and inventory. The ask is simple. Join the waitlist. Are you ready to own your data, master white hat marketing, and step into tokenized real estate? Join the inventory waitlist today. You have the link that's here on the slide. Be the first in line. It's early access and it's limited. We're about to close it out as we start our private beta.